This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 8, Escalation.
I think we should perhaps go to the sewers now and try to find out about the doll and the soul, and then we'll go on from there. Yes.
Let's go. Whatever we need to do, I want to do it now. I'm
So,
tired of standing around here and talking.
Is there kobolds that are still hanging out in front of us?
No,
Or just the flowers? Alright, so...
The only thing that's left is gold paint, kind of trailing.
Hey, Paul, when is the Dragon Dice competition?
That is in about 4 days, which is... Yeah.
Okay, yes,
Alright, let's get going.
Let's start with the sewers then.
Okay, so I lead them all to the nearest sewer entrance that I know of.
And is everybody putting on their cloaks and hoods and all that lovely stuff?
All of that good stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, no bandana for me.
Yeah, so it takes you about an hour to travel through the entertainment district, through part of the merchant district, over the bridge, and how are you guys just trying to blend in, or are you trying to be stealthy, or how are you trying to travel as a group?
We're trying to blend in as much as possible.
Okay.
I'm just sort of Stu is just sort of moving through town his normal way because he wasn't part of the incident,
you're not wanted by anyone.
Not wanted. At least he doesn't think he is. I mean, guilt by association, I suppose, is possible, but
Yep.
I'm kind of doing my Assassin's Creed impersonations.
Oh, like the whole traveling in a crowd thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone give me his deception checks. Except for Stu.
okay.
Oh, Crackatur!
So, Crackatur, how are you acting naturally? What does this look like?
You've seen the movies and the cartoons when they say act casual, and they do the complete freaking opposite of that.
So you stretch and yawn, you're like, yeah, nothing to see here.
pretty much, you're just like, I am not the air genasi you're looking for. That is a different one. These are not my companions. We just happen to be walking next to each other.
Even trying to do a bad vocal impression of something else?
He might even try to be like, I am just an old lady. Don't bother with me.
What are you doing?
I'm acting casual, blending in.
As acting like an old lady?
Yeah, well, yes. They wouldn't suspect it.
That's kind of not casual. That's stupid.
You're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
So obviously Crackatur is making a scene and not being very stealthy here.
Nope. And you're probably getting the argument from Kazu that it's like, what are you doing, dude? And do you actually keep your thoughts in your head, or as usual,
vocalizing my words to Kazu and just making even more of a scene than I need to be.
Crackatur! Hey, cut that shit out!
I'm just trying to... I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yes, you are. You're doing literally everything wrong. Literally everything.
You might as well be wearing my headband, dude. Come on.
I put my hand out. I'm like, well, then give it here, dude.
I don't think it'll help your cause any.
Let's just move on. Let's just keep going quickly, please.
All right, fine. I'll try and act more natural.
And you guys get over to where the world market usually is. It is shutting down. All the vendors are closing down their booths. You passed by the fishmonger's tent, and he's like, "Good night, little friends. Good night, fish
Fish finger?
vendor." Fish vendor.
Oh, I thought you said fish finger. I was
That's
like,
what I
Yeah,
thought too.
fish
Thought
vendor's good too.
That's a hell of a nickname.
Yeah. Well, he does hold fish and treats them
in
as
his
puppets.
fingers, so it does. Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. The last transactions are being made, and there's a few people like just straggling about. And there's a large dark figure that's like kind of going back and forth from the stands. And as usual, there's also like posts with wanted poster and all that. And once again, your pinup versions of yourselves are up there. The one that actually looks like Tabby is up there. Though if you look at them by side, you can't really tell. Like, yeah, they look like two different people.
Can I take one down of myself?
Yeah, the glam one, sure.
Yeah, and I just want to pocket the one that looks like me.
And there's other wanted posters like a young girl who apparently stole from elves, and a guy with a question mark over his face because no one really knows what he looks like. Yeah. And as you're going through the market, it like starts getting emptier and emptier, and the rats start coming in.
Okay, so you said there was a tall guy that was going in between the booths. So I rolled an investigation of 19.
Yep.
Do I recognize and do I think he's following us?
He's trying his best to not look like he's following you.
Do I recognize him from before?
No.
Hey guys, there's that tall man over there. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Krakador, do not turn your head. Do not. I know you want to flee. That means you
Stu looks right over and looks straight at him.
God damn it.
Can we
One
eat
of
him?
you.
I
God.
turn to look at Ray and like out of the corner of my eye, try and spot him. Do I recognize him?
Likewise.
Okay, roll me perception. Let's see what happens. Anyone who wants to try to recognize him.
I got a 17.
I'm too distracted by Taz's eye contact that I can't.
Flea?
I don't even recognize my own feet.
Like, everyone looks at him and like they can't really get the image in his, like, not the body, not like what you can see of his face, until one hand pops out from under the robes. And Flea, you recognize that hand. It's the one that was coming out of the sarcophagus.
Oh, guys. That's the zombie man.
This
And I'm just
zombie
gonna-
person?
That's the zombie man we found.
Don't run.
I charge him.
We cannot fight him in the street.
You charge him.
That's illegal.
I say we take him down now. He's alone.
Krakatur, you do start charging?
Sure.
I want
why
to try and
not?
trip him. If he tries
Okay.
to charge.
He is trying not to, be in our way. He's probably following us. I mean, we
He
could
knows
probably
we're here, yeah.
talk to him since he's following us and he didn't just rampage us. We shouldn't have rampaged him. No?
So Taz is gonna try to trip Krakatur. Tripping, I believe, is Krakatur does an acrobats, and Taz needs to do either an athletics or an acrobat, and whoever rolls higher will succeed. Ooh, okay,
I got a 25.
that's a 25. Yeah, you kind of take a nosedive, Krakatur.
I'm gonna catch him before he hits the ground.
I'm
Good luck with that.
gonna say with that roll, you probably are able to catch him.
Don't charge him. We don't know who he is or what he wants.
Ray, I've seen you use a spell that holds people in place. Perhaps we can get into range to do so and then get closer to him to talk to him so he doesn't reach out and grab us or kill us.
The problem with that is if he is not a person, I cannot do it.
Also, aren't you kind of out of spell slots by now?
I am also out of my second level spell slots. So no, I cannot do that.
Well, we can attack. I would talk to him before he gets to us. So
Wait, when did we
can-
use spell slots?
I
Was it
cast
just Ray?
Misty Step and hold
Oh.
person.
Yeah,
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, what?
it's been over a few sessions, but it's kind of like, yeah, haven't
Now,
really taken a short rest or anything. It's
if
been
we do this in the midst of the public, he may not. I don't know if he wants to draw a crowd or not, but we cannot have a crowd near us. We need to go into an alleyway to get
Well,
him.
we'll get arrested if we try and brawl in the streets.
So
Exactly.
let's go into an alleyway, see if he follows us, and then try to talk to him.
I'm sure he will follow us.
Ray starts walking towards an alley.
Yep. I follow.
I climb the side of a building and I am watching wherever he goes. And wherever he ends up, I want to drop down behind him if he does follow.
That's kind of hard because he starts flying into the air and goes on
Okay.
top of the building that you're on.
Well, hello.
He once again makes some moaning noise as he lurches toward the side of the building that you're on.
Fuck.
We're going to stop it right there for tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed this. And let's say our goodbyes.
This has been Alex, aka Mr. Puddins. You can find me on Twitter by looking up Mr. Puddins. And I play Krakatur, the Air Genasi Barbarian.
And I'm Camille. I play Ray the Paladin. You can find me on Twitter at Camille Does D&D.
And I'm Amanda or DM Deistress on Twitter. I play Tabby Tipsy Tail. Hope you enjoyed it.
And I'm Lucy, or Bluebird Draws, on Twitter and Instagram, and I play Taz Mockwell, the Tiefling Bard.
I'm Chris. You can find me on Twitter at Touch of Tiefling, and I play Lee, the childish lizard folk fighter.
Sorry, I was muted. And I am Sam, and I play Stu, the very stuck-up Cobalt Sorcerer. And you can find me on Twitter at DM Samuel or on the web at rpgmusings.com.
And I'm Paul. I'm the crazy man who throws everything at the group at once. I hope you guys enjoyed playing. I hope everybody enjoyed listening. If you want to follow us on the web, we have a Twitter. It's Tales... Wait, no. It's Swordfall D&D. If you want to find us on Facebook, I think that's also Swordfall D&D. If you want to find us on YouTube, that's Tales of Swordfall. And also, I don't remember the Google Plus is. And if you're listening on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. If you're listening to us on Anchor, share this. And anywhere else if you're listening to this on podcasts, thank you. Share us, like us, subscribe, whatever you can do on the platform you're on. Anyways, whatever time of day it is, I hope you're having a nice one. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Tales of Swordfall.
please consider listening to these podcasts.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a special episode of Where the Wild Things Roll. My name is John, and I will be your host and DM for this 5th edition actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast set in the world of Ravarna. This podcast might be a tad different from others you've listened to. The two players will be my 12-year-old son Kinnick and my 10-year-old daughter Kaylee, as they learn to play D&D through their very first campaign. We will pick up with our adventurers as they finish their time at Paduke's Adventurers Guild, as they take their practical exams in dungeoneering, magical beasts, weapons and armor, puzzle solving, diplomacy, history of the world, and magical cause and effect before they are set out into the world. Can our two adventurers pass their classes and become full-fledged members of the Adventurers Guild? You'll have to tune in and find out next time on Where the Wild Things Roll.
Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.